Hello parents, this is the third grade team. We have some important informative information we would like to share with you to inform you of your child, where they are progress now and where we hope for them to be at the end of third grade.
Hi parents, this is Ms. Petty. I am going to explain the MAPS assessment report that you all got a copy of. And there's a lot of good information, and it tells you where your child is and where they need to be and where we expect them to be in March when we take the MAPS test again. Alright, this is a copy of the test and of the assessment report, and it has both the results for the mathematics test and also for the reading test. And for each subject there's a graph, and this first group of bars tells us where they performed in the fall. This first number tells us the score they got on the math test in the fall. This middle one, some of you have this one and some of you may not have this one, but this tells us as CMS what the average score was for third graders in the beginning of the year. And then this last bar tells us among the whole United States where third graders should be at the beginning of the year in math. Okay, so you want this score to be as close to this score as possible. This next group of bars tells us when your child took the test again in winter. It tells you how they scored in the winter, how students in CMS scored in the winter, and where students all across the country should be in the middle of third grade for mathematics. Now, of course, you want to see a big jump up from this score to this score because they have had a lot of instruction between the fall and the winter. Okay, and as you can tell, the normative score, the score where they should be, it has jumped up from fall to winter. Now, this last bar tells us where your child is expected to be at the end of the year. Okay, so this has nothing to do with anyone else in CMS or any other children across the country. This is just where they expect your child to score based off their fall, their winter, and where they should be in the spring when we take the test again. And we will be taking it again in March. Now, for mathematics, the score is 202. That's where they need to be considered on grade level. Some of you may have some information down here that just gives some more specific information about specific goals for the math test. Now, the reading part is down here, and it's the same concept. This first set of bars shows us where your child scored in the fall, where most CMS students scored in the fall, and where your child should be to be considered on grade level for the fall of third grade. Now, obviously, we want this score to be as close or higher than this score right here. And this is the same information for when your child took the test again in winter. And this score should go up. The norm score went up. 190 was where they should have been in the beginning of the year for reading. 195 was where they should have been for the middle of the year in reading. And again, this last column just tells us the expected score for your child to make at the end of the year when we take this test again in March. Now, to be considered on grade level for reading, they need to have a 200. Okay? But this score is child specific, and it's based off how they did in the fall, how they did in the winter, and it shows us the growth that we should expect to see from them in the spring. And again, we will take this test again in March.
On the back of the sheet that Ms. Petty just explained to you is some more additional information that will be helpful to you. We have one section that's called the conduct and study habits. This is kind of like a progress monitoring of what your child's teachers have observed of them in the classroom, and they include homework. Are they turning their homework in on time? Organization, are their book bags organized? Are their desks organized? Are they able to quickly get their information turned in and get their work put out easily? Participation, do they participate in class discussions? Effort in the classroom, are they really trying their very, very best to work as hard as they can? Are they focused during their learning? Is that learning, is their focus consistent from day to day? And the last portion is attendance. Is your child coming to school every day? The second part is for you parents. It's a commitment checklist. We are hoping that you will commit to helping your child in these following ways from now to the end of the school year. Some of the ways that you can help them will be to, hopefully you'll commit to checking over my child's homework for accuracy and quality every day. My child will get 7 to 8 hours of good sleep every night. I will check to ensure that my child is prepared for school with completed homework and supplies, and I will sign or check my child's planner nightly. We hope that you will check off all of them, but check over the ones that you feel like that you will commit to. Thank you.
All right, on that same sheet that Ms. White just explained are some strategies and resources that you can use at home to help your child. One is just really going to the library, signing up for a library card and checking out some books. And usually the library will help you pick out just right books for your child. Math flashcards, you can get that at Walmart, the dollar store, the Dollar Tree. Only $1, go out, practice those every day. Allow your child to participate or practice math and literacy skills on the computer. There's a lot of different websites that we use at school. One is Reading Eggs, which your child should have in their planner, their user login and their password. Another one is multiplication.com. A lot of our students still don't know their multiplication facts, so that's a nice website for them to practice with games. Another one is SoWash, eco.k12. It's on your sheet. If you go to that website and you look at your sheet and find the RIT score that your child has, you can look at specific goals to practice and help your child with math. And just reading nightly with your child is a way to help, and discussing the story with your child is another way to help your child to talk about what they're reading and also to monitor their comprehension. So we hope that these strategies will help you at home and that you'll use them. Thank you.